Good morning. So I was just reading some of the comments. So I really appreciate the comments that I feel connected. I feel like there's energetic connection between us. I love reading the comments and getting perspective. And a lot of times through the comments, there are things that really ignite me and bring things home. And I was just reading a comment on the last video that I put up about, and I hiked up to the mountain, and there was this altar, and I was talking about not wanting to be a sacrifice. And a lovely woman that we've been conversing back and forth on different videos wrote into me, and um, you can go in and see the comments. But she wrote in about coming back, that it feels like I might be like being tested to choose him or I. And I feel like, with bringing that forward, and then having to start think about it and questioning myself within it, I want to like bring something home again. And I know that all of us on this twin flame journey know this. This entire twin flame journey is about our own individual spiritual awakening. It's not about the other person. The other person is the igniter. The other person is the mirror. The other person is the what pushes us and drives us through our own spiritual awakening. It's first of all this soul recognition. So all of a sudden you are thrown into this higher plane because all of a sudden there's this soul recognition. Your soul knows that it's eternal. All of a sudden there is like a light shown. I'm going to try to articulate this a little bit better. When you have soul recognition, then you realize just within the recognition itself that you are not only a being of this physical plane, that there is so much more. So it like shoots you into this, your spirit awakens because your spirit is all of a sudden realizing that it is more than just this plane. And so it sends us into this spiritual awakening big time, big time. And that's what it's all about. It's about our own individual journey, and it's about choosing us. In the end, what it is all leading back to, we go in these loops. We start getting in these loops every time we get thrown into a different loop. But each loop is healing a different aspect of our own selves. So every time we get tossed into a loop, when we get to the bottom of the loop and when we get to the understanding of the loop, it always leads us back to our own self-love, that our own releasing, letting go, not getting stuck, unattachment, like detachment. It as you rise into the soul level during the spiritual awakening, you're rising into letting go of everything. You become detached. Things that are outside of you do not determine your worth, and that is what it's all about. It's about coming back home to your own self, self-realizing yourself, coming into a place where you don't need anything outside of you to be perfectly happy. It's a place of complete acceptance where you accept everything, you including letting go of your twin, understanding that when you come to a place of that you don't need to grasp anything outside of you to make you whole, then you can look at your twin in a way that is loving and just wish the best for them. And it's kind of like when you watch your child go out and learn how to walk, or at play, and you can just be happy for them that they're expanding in whatever they are doing, even if it doesn't involve you. When you are safe and complete within yourself, you can be truly happy for that counterpart. You can be truly happy for the other, that they're fulfilling themselves, and it'd be like, yeah, go do it. And it doesn't determine your own happiness. So coming into this, and there were some other comments that I read. I still didn't get a chance to answer everything. I have there's been quite a few comments coming in. I do read them all, and I sit down, and as of now, I'm still managing to answer all of the comments that are coming through. Um, but I was reading some comments, and I know that there is so much pain and so much flipping back and forth on this journey. We come into a place where we feel complete. These are like the glimpses of heaven on earth, where we feel that that we are already aligned with ourselves, that we are in our higher self, and then something comes in and throws us right back down to where we were, and to do some more work, to do some more work, to do some more work. So that is this purging right now. There are such strong energies right now. That are calling us to do work, calling us to shed. It's all about surrender, 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 surrender. When you surrender, you will naturally come into yourself. Um, but in order to surrender things, that they come up in your face. It's like they come up from within with this pain. Ugh, blah. And it's like you're blah, and you get this glump of something that comes out, and it's like you look at it and you surrender it. That's okay. That's you surrender it, surrender it, surrender it. It's like, and a lot of these things that we're shedding, we don't even know what we're shedding. We can just feel the pain, and then we relax into it and release it. Okay, I'm releasing you with love. And so I just want to make it really clear, because I know a lot of times in the videos I get down to the nitty gritty. I get into the whatever I'm going through, into that little niche, and I start picking it apart, that little niche, and it's very tunnel vision. But in the bigger picture of this whole journey, it is all about us becoming into ourselves. When we become into ourselves, the other party won't matter. The it's all about us. See, it's kind of like a spiral. It goes back and forth. It goes back and forth. And in the beginning, when you first meet your twin, it's like your whole world is shaken. In the beginning, it's everything is shaking. First of all, you start shedding all the little things just fly off of you. It's like, because you come to a place that's so deep in your soul. It's the soul connection. It's a connection between two souls. So you're coming straight from being in your outer shell, your avatar, straight into the depths of your being. And so all of the little things that are easily shed, they just fall right off of you in the first week. They're just like, that's not important. But the things that are a little more rooted in, like rooted into your being, into who you believe that you are, into your illusion of who I am, those things, they take a little bit longer, and they're very painful. It's like reaching in and uprooting. It's like pulling out a tooth from the root. You have to really and to get all of the little strands of the root out as well, because each of those little strands is, each part of the root is in a different part of your psyche. It's in a different part of your consciousness. Like one false belief that is rooted really deep will go throughout your whole being, putting roots in everything that you are. So it takes some time to really find where all of those little roots have determined who you are and your own self-worth, and really pick them out. It's like getting out your tweezers and like plucking and plucking and plucking, and you get the big plant out. You realize the big plant, you can see the big plant, but where are all the little shoots that went into you and transformed your being, and you grew around them? So you have to go in there and see how these things have affected the person that you have become. If they're false beliefs, or like these, you could see the tree as a demon, as a false belief, as a limiting belief, as false way of thinking, as conditioning. It doesn't matter what you call it. I like to call it just a demon, because then you can see it as a separate entity as than you, and then you can pull it out. And as you pull it, you have to be careful. You have to pull it out really slow so you can get all of the roots. And then the little ones, you have to go in there with the tweezers and pull them out. But this entire thing, this entire journey, in the beginning, it's like that. And every time that you have these rounds with your twin, you're finding more and more and more, and it's freeing you more and more and more. So this whole thing is about coming to your back home into yourself, back and into making your own self complete. You can't be a complete partner in anything. So I'm not even talking, I'm not even going to bring up trying to find physical union in this world. It doesn't matter because energetically, you're already connected. Energetically, you're connected. So at the soul level, you're connected. It's like those two droplets that I said, that once the droplets are connected, they're connected. So in the physical, you can just kind of let go, which is the hardest thing to do because we were taught that we are just these physical beings. But once you rise up into that energetic playing field, then you see that what is really important is that the connection is already there. And I'm not even going to get into the physical union because it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Whether it's going to happen or not going to happen, you have to do your work. They have to do their own work. And as you do your work, you are also, because that energy is already combined, the best thing that you can do is bring all that energy back to you and do your own energetic work. That's what you can do. And that's really basically all you can do because all the rest you have no control over. All the rest, the only thing that you really have control over is yourself. And every time that you pull out one of these roots, one of these demons, in the end, you always see that whenever you start working through something, it always leads you back to the same place. It always leads you back to self-love, self-forgiving, self-acceptance, rising into your higher self, knowing yourself more intimately, shedding more false beliefs. And it is all about our own own spiritual connection to the all, to God, our own alignment with the universe, because as we go through the spiritual awakening, we start seeing that we are divinely connected to everything and that we have a dynamic with everything around us, an energetic connection. We are in this dynamic and part of it, and we control it just like anything else in it controls it. We are God. We are part of God, and God is part of us, and we are part. Everything that is in this plane is part of God, and it's just the tail end. This is just the lowest vibrating section of God, with maybe not even the lowest, I don't know, but it's a very dense vibration. If it has come into the physical world and become physical, then it's such a low vibration that you can already see it. Things that are in the higher vibration, they can't hold substance. It's just like I was talking about light, how light doesn't hold density. Light is shining. It doesn't hold density, and we are pure light inside. So when we start coming into our light body, we shed that all of the density. We have to in order to be able to shine out our brightest light, our energy, our life spark, our personality. I don't know if to call it a personality. I don't know if to call it a personality or to call it like your energetic, because a personality is kind of like, I guess it depends on how you use the word, because the personality is also under the ego. But I'm talking about this. What I'm talking about is over the ego. Is where you come up over the ego and you are the divine being that you are. So your own nature, I would say, maybe. So you can come into your own light nature. So really, okay. So when you first meet your twin, you let go of all the easy things, and then as you continue, you're letting go of more dense and more dense and more dense, and you're shedding because you are both meeting at the soul level, which is meeting in the higher plane, meeting in the energetic plane, in the plane of God, right? Anything that is in this dense, like it's let's say you each have this dense body that is made up of also the physical, but it also has all of the crap that we've collected throughout our life, all of our life baggage. And inside is our pure light. And so our pure light is connected. But then every time we meet, all of the baggage starts colliding. And so you can't have baggage. So every time you collide, more baggage falls, collide, more baggage falls, collide more until you meet at the soul level. But this is not about union with your partner, because a lot of us, our partners have already passed on from this 3D. A lot of us, our partners haven't even come in the physical form, but we can feel them energetically. It's like the energy is already collided, but in the physical, it hasn't happened yet. So the whole entire journey is all about us finding ourselves and coming back into our true love, our true nature. And when we are in our true love and true nature and in love with ourselves, and when you are in love with yourself, you understand that you are divine, and then you are in love with everything around you, and you can see that everything around you is exactly as it's supposed to be. And if your divine counterpart, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it, your energetic match, your other part of your soul, the same soul signature, the other reincarnation. It doesn't matter what you call it. It doesn't matter if they're not with you and you are already in self-mastery, then you can see the divine purpose in it. They're not ready to be with you yet. They still have things that they have to solve within themselves. And so when you are fully in your full self, you trust in that. You can see it too. You can see, well, they have that they need to go and solve, and you can give them love in that place and say, go do the work that you need to do. It doesn't mean anything about me. It's not, oh, I'm trying to grasp you. Why aren't you with me? Why are you with that other person? How come we can't be together? Because that is weak. That is like trying to grasp. What happens when you try to grasp something? It tries to get away from you. So that's that push, 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 pull. And when it's in perfect harmony, I was saying before push pull, but it's like a push push, because one pushes this way and one pushes this way, and so you're both pushing each other in this perfect dynamic, and if you really look at the twin flame journey, whether you're in union or not in union, that's what is happening in any case. One is pushing the other to go forward in their journey. So that is what's happening in any case. So it's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about my spiritual awakening and my spiritual rising. So I just wanted to clarify that and like bring a little bit of a bigger picture into it. And I'm sending you guys so much love. And I know these last few days I've just been deep within myself, including today. I'm still in the, and the flipping back and forth, in the higher understanding, like doing this video, I'm talking about higher understanding. So I'm sitting in that place to be able to do the video, but I'm still purging. I'm still coming back down into the 3D and wallowing in it. I'm still working it out within myself as well. So that's part of it, rising and then coming down, doing a little bit more work, rising, coming back down. So but I do feel like in overall in my life that I have mostly passed through. I can really feel energetically that I am already at the pass through stage. I'm already sitting in the energetic field most of the time. And now it's just the little cleanups. So I'm thanking you guys for watching and sending you guys so much love and so much strength and encouragement, and everything that's put on your plate you can handle. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. Everything is built on steps, so you are exactly where you need to be. Sending you guys lots of love.